Hey everyone, so we are here with a one brand focus, and today's video is sponsored by Nordstrom. Again, it's just a huge joy to work with a brand like Nordstrom, and it's always fun to play with one specific brand of makeup. So today, everything that we're going to talk about is from Lancome, and just to make things a little easier, I decided to put all my makeup on at once and then show you how I'm putting it on as we talk. So some of these are oldies and goodies, and some of these are brand new. So let's just get started. So the first thing I did before I started putting on the makeup was put on a lip balm. And this was one of those gifts with purchase that Lancome is famous for. They just, between the samples that they give out, and then it seems like every time you go to the Nordstrom counter or purchase online, they have like some sort of bonus gift with purchase thing. So this is the Absolute Precious Cells Nourishing Lip Balm. And this is not the full size clearly, but it's really silky smooth on the lips. I just put it on before I start putting on makeup, and then I wiped it off at the very end when I started applying lipstick, which you will see at the very end, and I'm really excited to talk about, so hang in there. My all-time favorite Lancome foundation. They're most famous for the Teint d'Idole because it's like that, long wear, beautifully kind of matte, semi-matte finish, but I have dry skin and that doesn't always work for me. So I like something glowy and radiant, and you don't see it at every counter, but it is definitely still online, and it's the Lancome Teint Miracle Lit From Within makeup. And I'll list my color that I wear below, but I love this. I love wearing it by itself. I love mixing it with stuff. I love layering it over things. It's a beautiful, radiant finish, just like it says. But today I did, this is kind of what's getting phased in to replace, I think, the Teint Miracle or go along with it in the same kind of general category, and it's the Skin Feels Good. And I say it's kind of new to me because I got it in a sample a little while back and I really liked it. And actually got a lot of feedback from y'all telling me how much you liked it on my skin. And I have some friends that swear by this. They love it. So I finally went out and bought the full size. So I have Skin Feels So Good in the shade Porcelain, which is the lightest shade. My only criticism of this particular product is their shade range isn't as extensive in some of their other products. So I am wearing the very lightest shade, and it is quite forgiving, but if you're any lighter than me, it's going to be too dark for you. But what's nice about this, so its Skin Feels Good. It has an SPF 23 and it's a hydrating skin tint, healthy glow. So it's sort of like a BB cream, is how a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer is sort of how it was described to me at the counter. And as you can see, as I'm applying it, it goes on very sheer. It is definitely buildable. And I built it up. This is 2 layers. Easily buildable, but you still can see the texture of your skin. It's not like I'm wearing a mask, which I really, really like. It goes on sheer and really lightweight and cool. This is going to be great in the summertime. I love the extra SPF 23. Of course, this isn't enough to wear without sunscreen, but it's a nice little kick there. It has hyaluronic acid in it, glycerin, moringa seed extract, so a lot of good things. It is oil-free and paraben-free. I'm just reading the label here. So another thing I like about it is it's great for travel, squeezy tube, and a pump top. What more can you ask for? I don't know. And then let's talk concealers. So this concealer I bought on the recommendation of Angie Hot and Flashy, and it is the... Another criticism of Lancome. It's a French brand, so I'm going to butcher many of the names. It's the Effacern's Waterproof Long-Lasting Under Eye Concealer. I, again, have it in the lightest shade, which I believe is Porcelain. I'll list it below to confirm. I've since rubbed off the label. But the problem with this shade range in this particular concealer is, again, the lightest shade is perfect for my skin to cover any blemishes. I love that it's waterproof. I mean, especially... Okay, I know it's January, but as we move into the warmer months, it's nice to have a concealer that can hold up to sweat and humidity. But unfortunately, it's not quite bright enough for my under eye. Everyone else in the world is pretty much just fine. For me, it's not quite as bright as I'd like it to be. But I love the coverage. I love you need very, very little. I love that it's not drying, and I love how the coverage and how long lasting it is. So definitely a plus. Now, if you're looking for more of a shade range, there is another concealer, I cannot remember the name, I will list it below, that does have lighter shades for those of us on the fair side of the spectrum. I do want to talk about blush. So in my online order, I got my sample gift with purchases, and this is their Blush Satil in the shade Blushing Tresor. It's such a pretty color. It's like a corally pink, a little hint of shimmer. It's, you can definitely build this up and make this a lot more pigmented. I actually took the pigment down a little bit. Absolutely love this blush. And again, really good for moving into spring, summer. I like more of the peachier tone blushes. So I'm glad I got, because I don't know that I would have reached for this, but I'm really glad that it was in the gift with purchase so I could play with it and discover that I do indeed like it. Now we have to talk about this magic product. I am so excited. This is brand new from Lancome. Look how cute the packaging is. It's their monochromatique, well, it's just called Le Monochromatique. And it comes in a ton of shades. I have it in the shade Eclat, and it was hard to pick between this and I think the other shade was called Magique, which I'll insert a picture of. It's like a white, iridescent, just beautiful powder. So what is this, Marnie? Okay, this is meant to be used on eyes, cheeks, or lips. So I used it as my highlighter. I put it on with a brush, but I want to show you how easy this is to use. I'm going to pull my mirror over. So I did apply it with a brush, but you can take your finger in and just, if you want more, just start tapping and adding as much as you want. I'm going out after this, so this might be a little bit much for the middle of the day, but who cares? It's just so fun. And then you can also put it on your eyes and your lips, and we'll talk about that when I get back to talking about that, because I want to talk about what I already have on my eyes and lips, and then we'll add. But the white one is, I mean, I think the white one is going to be my next purchase because I can't stop thinking about it. It has all that like sparkly duochromy goodness of like greens and blues and pinks. Be a beautiful highlighter, beautiful tapped over the lips. It's amazing. There's some that are more pinker tone that are definitely meant more pink and red that are definitely more like a blush instead of a highlight, and then, you know, something on the lips. But very interesting because it's not cream, it's powder, and it's stunning. It's beautiful. I love it. I think this is a very unique and very versatile product. Okay, let's get to my eyes because I'm really excited about this. They have these ombre hypno stylos or stylos. They're basically cream eyeshadow pens. And the one that I picked out, I was just obsessed with this color. There were a few that drew my eye, but this is unlike any shade I have. And it is called, I think it's called Platine. Yes, number 25, Platine. And as you can see, it's sort of, how do you describe this? It's a taupey with khaki undertones. It's a little bit gray. It sort of depends on how you do it, but it's just so super easy to just start drawing it on, and you could pat it out with your finger. I got fancy and patted it out with a brush. I did go in after the fact and get a little bit of bronzer and just kind of warm up my crease just a little bit because I'm still getting used to wearing cool tone shades, which I don't always do. They have a beautiful bronze. They have all kinds of shades in this line, but I love it, and it's really creamy, and I didn't set it with anything, and it's already just powder. So really beautiful. I drew it on under my eye. It comes to a really nice point. So really fun with the detail work. So now let's get back to why this would be fun. And I think the white powder one, which I think is Magique, would look really good on this. So what you can do is get a little on your finger and just add it for some dimension. Can you see the difference? Maybe not. I can in person. So pretty. Let me do the other eye. I love this. I'm actually going to add a little bit in my inner corner too. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. I love it. Okay, now, it's all over my fingers. Now, let's talk lips. So I couldn't make up my mind between the two lip products I wanted to buy, so I bought them both. The first one, this packaging is misleading because this is the color is permanent collection, but this particular packaging is part of their New Year, like limited edition. But, I mean, how pretty is this? I don't know if you can see, but it starts off very textured glittery and just fades down to a smooth gold barrel. So this lipstick is from their L'Absolu Rouge line, and I am going to butcher the name of this. I'm just going to spell it. Peut-etre. No, not even going to. And it's said it's to be sheer. What I love about this is how you open this. So you tap the top, and the bottom pops out. And then you have your tube of lipstick. I think this is just the most beautiful, everyday kind of rosy, sheer, but definitely buildable. It's really creamy and smooth on the lips, and I wore it and it lasted forever on my lips, so it has really good wear time. It has a slight floral fragrance to it, so you should be aware of that. And then to, close it up, you just pop it back in. But what I'm wearing now is something I'm really, really excited about because you know how much I dislike traditional liquid lipsticks. And there was a brand that had the glossy lip stains that I loved, but they seemed to be on the way out and the color range was not great. And then Lancome came and released this. This is the new L'Absolu Lacquers, and they come in, I think, dozens, plural, of colors, a ton of colors. And they are that same where it's it looks like a lip gloss. It has a very flat paddle applicator that comes to a bit of a point so you can really get in there and line your lips and get in all the crevices and have it lay down just right. This is one coat. So it says it's buildable to get the opaque coverage. I can tell you from experience, I put this on, I ate a full breakfast, I had coffee, I looked in the mirror, still looked like this. It feels so nice on the lips. It's not drying, it's creamy. You can definitely layer stuff on top of it, which we are about to do. So the last application of this magic monochromatique is, I'm gonna just put a little bit in the middle of my lips. Look at that. All of a sudden, I have big lips. Well, no, I don't, but it's nice to pretend. Isn't that fun? I love this. It just blended in beautifully, and because I think this shade works really well, actually, instead of like the white, there's also some pinks that would work well because it just kind of blends in and it does look like there's just a shine to the middle of my lips. I absolutely love it. I do need to back up to the eyes because there's something very big I forgot to talk about. I have loved Lancome mascara for years, and I think I don't want to say it's the first one, but the one that stands out as a favorite, it was a favorite in 2017, I think it was a favorite even before that, was the Lancome Grandiose Mascara, the original. Well, then they came out with Grandiose Extreme, and I'd never tried it before, so I wanted to give it a go. One of the things that's so great about this is it has what's called a gooseneck applicator. So you can see how it bends. It's not straight. So when you go to especially put on the lower lashes, it's just so easy. It's very, very user-friendly. The difference between the Grandiose Extreme, the bristles are a little bit shorter on this. The formula is supposed to be blacker, thicker, more volume. After wearing this one for a while, I do really like it. I think I like the Grandiose just a little bit better. Because this is so black and so thick, it's not as buildable to me, and I really like the feeling of layering. If that's not your thing and you just want to swipe it on and go, then you would definitely prefer the Grandiose Extreme. They're both great. You know, if you've watched me for a while, I also like their Monsieur Big Waterproof, actually everyone I've ever tried. I think they're probably best known, aside from their skincare, which I haven't tried in this video, other than the lip balm, is their mascaras. They're just, all of them, beautifully done. So that's it. That's my little focus on Lancome makeup. I had so much fun doing the research for this video. I looked at my watch. I spent almost 2 hours at the Lancome counter at my local Nordstrom, swatching everything, playing with everything. At one point, I had 3 sales associates helping me. We were all playing. It was so just laid back and fun. That's part of why I shop at Nordstrom, because every time I go in the store, it's a great experience. I bought a few things while I was there. There were a few more things they had online that they didn't have in store, so I went home, ordered some more, got a huge tote gift bag with purchase and a few of these samples. You didn't even see all the samples they sent me. So yes, I love the brand Lancome. Yes, I love Nordstrom. So this is a very happy meeting of the two for me. As always, I want to thank all of you who watch and support me and give me opportunities like this to make videos for you. And thank you to Nordstrom again for sponsoring this video. If there are any other brands that you would like me to see a one video focus on, please let me know. I really have fun doing that. There's one coming up later this month, but if you have any other brands that you're interested in, please mention it in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.